It was a police shooting last June that left a father struggling with mental illness dead. And in the days that followed, his family would demand answers from police.
But as the 7 investigators are about to reveal, his death followed repeated cries for help that were never answered. And tonight, mental health experts say that we need to learn from what went wrong.
We need to warn you, this story may be difficult to watch. Here's 7 investigator Ross Jones.
The tortured life of John Zook came to its end on a day last June.
911.
Hello, I just tried to kill myself.
The 40-year-old father called police in the throes of a mental health crisis. It was not his first.
Can you count on your hand the number of times he was hospitalized?
2015, 2017, 2019, 2022.
The last 20 years of his life were punctuated by hallucinations, suicide attempts, and pleas for help that never came. For families struggling through Michigan's mental health system today, his is a story that is all too familiar, and one his family fears we are destined to repeat.
There ought to be a massive investigation of the loss of his life and ask why.
He said, "Ma, I need some help. I want to get some help."
From an early age, John suffered from bipolar disorder and schizophrenia. Records show he was first hospitalized in 2002 at the now demolished State Psychiatric Hospital in Northville after trying to drive into oncoming traffic.
Because he wanted the voices to get out of his head.
And that was how to get the voices out.
That's how to get the voices out.
The hospitalization stabilized him, but John would fall back into a cycle of paranoia and self-harm. In 2011, his mom petitioned the court to hospitalize him again, writing that he won't take his medication and is seeing demons everywhere. She remembers his pleas for help.
Don't you know I want to be like y'all? I want to be normal. I don't want to hear voices in my head. I don't want to go through this.
In 2015 came John's first suicide attempt. Police were called after he cut his neck with a knife. He would try again 3 years later, and again 2 years after that. Each time he was hospitalized, like in 2020, after stabbing himself inside a hotel.
I was never worried about him harming me or our son. When he went into the episode, I was more worried about me waking up one day and finding him dead from self-harm.
In 2022, John was in such despair that he walked into the Wayne Police Department pleading for help.
He came in the lobby hallucinating. He's saying that he's hearing voices and seeing things that aren't there and that he needs to be in a psych ward.
He would be hospitalized again, stabilized again, and released. But the next crisis never seemed that far away.
What we owe him, what we owe our entire community, is to take a look at that situation and ask, what are the lessons learned?
For years, Tom Watkins ran the mental health system for Detroit and Wayne County and said short hospital stays alone aren't nearly enough for the most severely mentally ill. What they require, he says, is assertive community treatment, coordinated services designed to meet people like John where they are, with home visits and closer monitoring.
We see people not falling through cracks, but falling through gaping holes in our public mental health system.
For John, his fall would end on June 18th of last year. In his Wayne apartment, with his 4-year-old son inside, he stabbed himself with a kitchen knife 54 times.
Okay, how did you hurt yourself?
Cut myself all over.
What caused this?
Just a schizophrenia.
Okay. Are you on your medication?
No,
How long have you been off your meds?
for years.
You just don't want to take it anymore?
No.
Police were dispatched, including, the city said, an officer trained to respond to mental health crises.
Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Let me see it. Put the knife down.
Officers made repeated commands for John to drop the knife, but he would not. When an officer tried to fire his taser, it did not work. And after John stepped towards them, the knife still in his hand, one of the officers opened fire.
What do I think about the case? I think a man picked up the telephone call, asked for help, and the police came, and as a result, he was shot and killed.
Attorney Gary Felty was retained by Zook's family after he was killed. The shooting would be ruled justified by Wayne County's prosecutor, who said John Zook carried a dangerous weapon, was not acting rationally, and did not respond to commands. His family has not ruled out a lawsuit against the city.
When a man loses his life with that history of reaching out, begging for help, and the system lets him down, it's tragic. And the tragedy is just compounded by nobody giving a damn.
The Wayne Police Department investigated both officers who responded to Zook's 911 call and cleared both of any misconduct. I'm Ross Jones, 7 News, Detroit.
Just tragic all the way around. Thank you so much, Ross. Now remember, if you are experiencing suicidal thoughts or need someone to talk to during a crisis, help is always just a call or text away. You can call or text 988 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Someone is always available.